A record number of people are expected to travel for the holiday. That is despite higher airfares and gas prices. AAA projects 72 million Americans will either fly or drive more than 50 miles from home through Sunday. And the TSA expects to screen nearly 19 million passengers through Monday. Here's a live look right now at the FlightAware misery map. Right now, FlightAware says O'Hare Airport in Chicago, no surprises there, has the most cancellations and delays with over 60 flights affected. 60. Wow. Los Angeles and Denver are seeing more than 40 delayed or canceled flights. Now, while visitors are flocking to the nation's capital for America's 250th birthday celebration, the airport closest to Washington is shutting down for several hours. Reagan National Airport will close from noon to midnight on July 4th to accommodate military flyovers and aerial displays. Meanwhile, drivers are getting a bit of a break at the pump. The national average for a gallon of regular gas is down nearly 50 cents from just a month ago at $3.83. And drivers are still paying about 70 cents more than they did last year when gas averaged $3.17. Joining us now is AAA Senior Manager Robert Sinclair. Robert, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time. So gas prices are lower than a month ago, but higher than a year ago. What's the impact on July 4th travel? And what's the forecast for gas prices for the rest of the summer?
I think we're seeing it in the relatively low year-over-year increase in the volume of those who are traveling for the holiday. 85% of people who travel for the holiday drive to their destinations, and we're just seeing a 400,000 increase this year compared to last, where last year compared to the year before was 1.7 million higher. So I think that's the concession to higher gasoline prices. And you mentioned the prices that we're seeing today and a year ago. The day before the war, we were at $2.98 a gallon. And I think Americans would be breaking out champagne if we saw those prices again anytime soon.
Oh, yeah.
We've asked drivers what the pain point is for the price of gasoline, and 40% said $3 a gallon, 60% said $4 a gallon, and the number one reaction to gasoline at those prices would be to drive less in order to afford it. So I think that's the way that we're seeing the higher prices manifest themselves as far as the travel numbers are concerned, that there are less year-over-year increase. And I think that the American road trip is sacrosanct in culture, but
Yeah,
we're
it
probably
sure is.
driving a shorter distance and doing less at our destinations as a result.
And in the meantime, more people are using other ways to get around because AAA forecasted that 4.9 million Americans would travel this holiday by bus, train, or even cruise. That's up more than 5% from last year, which was the strongest year-over-year growth. So talk to us about this, Robert. What's behind this trend?
Cruising. The cruising is just going through the roof. 20 million people took a cruise last year. We're anticipating that 21 million will take a cruise this year, and it has largely to do with the economy. When you take a cruise, you pay up front. You know exactly what everything is going to cost you. If you live near the East Coast, the Gulf Coast, or the West Coast, there's a cruise port near you. You can usually drive your vehicle to the cruise terminal, park there, ascend the gangplank, somebody sticks a drink in your hand, and the party starts. So cruising is very, very popular. It's gotten more popular as years go by, and we anticipate that that will continue to do so.
Okay, Robert Sinclair, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate your insight.
Thanks for having me.